please subscribe. Toy box dreams tonight. Memories unlocked. Toy box dreams for life. Memories unboxed. Toy box nostalgia.
Howdy friends, and welcome back to Toy Box Nostalgia. I'm Douglas. In this video, we're going to be unboxing and reviewing and taking a super duper close look at the absolute brand new 2025 Mattel He-Man and the Masters of the Universe Cartoon Collection version of Orko. This is awesome. This is actually two different characters with one figure. You swap his head, he becomes Uncle Montork, which is awesome. I can't wait to get this open. I had the original Orko back in the 1980s, one of my absolute favorite Masters of the Universe toys of all time. And the character in the show is obviously one of my favorite characters just because of all of the humor that he brought to the show, all of his goofiness and such. So this action figure is based off of an episode called The Return of Orko's Uncle. I just got this in the mail like 2 days ago. Very excited to get this open. I got this from Entertainment Earth. This video is not sponsored. This is my own opinions, and we're going to be taking a super duper close look at this right now. If you're new to Toy Box Nostalgia, you'd love to see more unboxing content like this show up into your YouTube newsfeed, then please consider hitting that subscribe button. It truly helps out the channel. If you're a fan of Orko, if you're a fan of Masters of the Universe, if you're a fan of this action figure, if you're excited to get this action figure, or maybe, I don't know, you're just a fan of Toy Box Nostalgia, give me a thumbs up. And please drop a comment below letting me know what you think of this specific action figure. We've opened up a lot of cartoon collection style stuff, and I know I'm a little bit out of order right now. I needed to open Orko. I do have the Origins version of Orko, and we'll be doing a really nice comparison, especially size-wise, and, you know, paint application, details, stuff like that. So without further ado, my friends, thank you so much for joining me this evening. Let's just go ahead and just dive right in. Okay, here they are, my friends. We have the Origins version of Orko right here. This came out years ago. I've had this for quite a while. This is actually the second release of this. I don't know if it's a fan favorite or not, but I actually, yeah, it says fan favorite up here, which I believe means it's a re-release. And the reason why I bought him is because I really wanted to have an Orko to display in toy photographs with the cartoon collection. I didn't know how bad the scale was. This is, wow, the scale's hugely different. So here is the cartoon collection version in that absolutely beautiful cartoon collection style packaging we've seen here multiple times on the channel. Let's start at the top. First of all, we have an unpunched card, which is awesome. This is from Entertainment Earth, and they did not push that out, which is nice because we get to see that artwork. It does continue across the front of the package here. We have that beautiful colorful foil, which is part of the cardboard itself. Absolutely beautiful. It says He-Man and the Masters of the Universe in high gloss. Orko, heroic court magician, right? We have our Club Grayskull version of Castle Grayskull in the background, which is on fire. There's like fire smoke coming out, and there's lots of bats. Look at all those bats. I love how a Hordak's head is just looming in the sky like that. Like, the dude is so evil. His eyes look amazing, right? Up here at the top says 6+. Then we have our action figure here in this gigantic, beautiful, crystal clear plastic bubble. Absolutely wonderful. And on that bubble, we have the crystal clear cartoon collection sticker right there. Inside, we could see the action figure, one accessory, and one additional head, which essentially transforms him into his Uncle Montork. The weird thing about this is, why didn't Mattel do anything about that O? Like, first of all, the toy version was a perfect circle, and that makes sense for the Origins version. This one is oblong, you know, it's like an oval, and that makes sense for the cartoon, right? He had like an oval. But whenever you put this head on here, I don't see how the beard fully covers the O. I'm hoping that it does, because if you take a look at how his body is made, you can't just like flip his body around because his arms start on his back, essentially. Like, his shoulders are pretty far back there, and it would just look kind of strange. Anyways, we'll take a closer look at all of those details there. This packaging is my favorite from Masters of the Universe, and probably from Mattel completely. I really like the Street Sharks packaging, but this is beautiful. Up here at the top on the back says, as seen on The Return of Orko's Uncle. Again, this episode is available here on YouTube if you'd like to check it out. Down here, we have modernizing and celebrating the original 80s Masters of the Universe animated series. It says it includes a comic book, and take a look at this beautiful comic style artwork on the back. We can see Orko, he's waving to his uncle Montork, saying goodbye. I do see Tila here, and we see He-Man also. Orko was absolutely key at resolving the conflict in this episode, which is awesome, man. He really deserves more credit. Down here we have two action shots. We can see include swappable Uncle Montork head, and then down here includes hero medal and floating stand. So he's got the hero medal, which I don't think was in that episode either. I don't remember it being in that episode, but you know who would know? MOTU Tony. Go ahead and tell me where I'm wrong, because you're really good at that. You remember everything, my friend. Anyways, over here we have Cartoon Collection logo again. Then we have our cross sale. I have all three of these. Hopefully we get to open up all three on the channel in a timely manner. So we have Orko, the heroic court magician. Down here we have Grizzlor, hairy henchman of the evil horde. And then over here we have Fangman, evil fanged minion of Skeletor. And then we have this is new. I'm pretty sure that Mattel might be doing this to track what vendors are giving these out early or not. You know, because for some reason, I feel like they're doing it. It's stamped, it's a unique number, and yeah, you can see it's like rubbing off. It's just stamped on there. Down here at the bottom says Mattel empowering generations through play. Here is the barcode in case you need it. Let's get this guy open. Okay, my friends, here's everything you get in the packaging. We get our action figure and accessories head inside of this bubble piece. In there really tight, we have our instructions and we have our comic book. Let's start off by taking a close look at the comic book. I'm filming this in 4K in case you would like to pause this and read this, though I'm fairly certain you could probably find scans of this already online somewhere. Flipping over to the back, we see the Cartoon Collection logo again, stamped right up there at the top, and then we have our cross sale here, Orko, Grizzlor, and Fangman. Next up are the instructions. So these instructions might not look very much like instructions we've seen here on the channel so far, just because of the unique sculpt. Essentially, we can remove the head, obviously we can remove the hat, we can remove the hands at the wrists, and we could change out remove or insert the clear stand, essentially. And that is to remove and swap parts. But here is the main event, my friends. Here we have Orko in the bubble with Uncle Montork's head and the hero medallion. Look at that. Beautiful. Let's go ahead and get him out of this bubble. Okay, so here he is, my friends. Let's begin by taking a close look at the action figure details. Look at him. Absolutely adorable. I love that they painted the underside of his hat, finally. It's black, which matches that in the cartoon. You can't see his face because it's the same black color that they used for the paint inside the hat. You just see his beautiful big yellow eyes. His scarf, it's like a soft feeling, like rubber feeling almost. And it's a very, very light periwinkle purple. And you could see the O right there on his gown, and it does not come off. So hopefully Montork's beard covers that. I don't think it's going to though, but that's okay. His gown goes all the way down to his wrists, and we could see his beautiful blue skin color in his hands. And you could see his ears. Look at that beautiful skin tone of his ears. Wow, what an awesome figure. I'm very happy with the details. Oh man, it's so great. On the back, we do have some words. It says 2024 Mattel, 1186 MJ1 NL, made in Vietnam. Down at the bottom, we can see there's another stamp there. Actually, there's two of them. And then we have the hole here, which is for his clear stand. This clear stand looks like the same one that came with the, what were they called? The hoverbots. Remember the hoverbots from the TV show? I believe that this is the same stand that came with those. Even the Classics version, which I think the Origins versions were just like repaints of those. But this looks exactly the same as that. And it just plugs right into the bottom right here of Orko. And he could stand up, and it'd be easy to Photoshop this out because you would still have some of the color in the background. So it's kind of cool. Glad that they made it clear. The original one from Origins, which we'll open up here in a second, came with a purple stand, which with a bunch of magic on the bottom. I'm kind of hoping it fits. I'm hoping this is the same connector, though I doubt it. So details and paint application 100% look great to me. Absolutely. I'm so thrilled that they painted the inside of his hat black to match the cartoon. Oh my gosh, does that look good. And the scale, holy cow, right? I feel like the scale is perfect for the He-Man and the Masters of the Universe Cartoon Collection action figures so far. This is absolutely great. The skin tone's perfect. The red of his gown and the periwinkle color of his scarf, just beautiful. I love that. We even have some wrinkles here on the top of his hat. You can see the wrinkles there. And there's a line going across it. There's two lines, actually. You can see the two, essentially, segments of his hat. Very cool. His ears have texture in them, make them look like skin. So here's what he looks like from the profile. Here's what he looks like from behind. Here's what he looks like dead on. Perfect. I think he's perfect. I think this is all long overdue. Like, I feel like, how come Orko isn't like in like wave 2 whenever Mattel releases Masters of the Universe or, you know, any type of action figure? I feel like Orko should be a priority, right? You know, the dude was just, has so much charm and he was so funny. Next up, we have accessories, my friends. We already saw this crystal clear stand here, which I'm like almost 100% certain it's the same one that came with the Hoverbots. It looks exactly the same. So if you purchase that Horde Prime action figure, you probably already have one of these in your collection. It comes with this bowling ball. That's kind of cool. It comes with this furry scarf. And then finally, it comes with this Mr. T necklace right here. So that's cool. That's all. No, I'm just kidding. So here is Uncle Montork's head, and you can see it's kind of right. I mean, they sculpted it right, but the paint doesn't go around to the sides. If you watch the cartoon that this is based off of, the yellow goes to the sides. It almost looks like his eyes are polygons, like 3D rectangles, essentially, and you could see the yellow on the bottoms and the sides and such. They kind of look like glasses sometimes, you know? In the right light, but that's okay. At least it's sculpted and it's there. If you'd like to like add your own paint to it, you probably could do so. This is a nice matte finish and kind of looks like one of those cartoon bombs that you see like in Super Mario Brothers as far as like the shape and everything. It's just really rad. I think that's cool. Here is Montork's beard. Now his scarf is actually part of the beard. This is one piece of soft like plastic or PVC or something like that. It's just really soft and the paint job is perfect. You can see there's no overspray or anything like that. It's cast in white. You can see that too right there. And they painted on the periwinkle color. Finally, here's the heroic medallion. Look at that. He is a hero, man. That's so cool. Take a look at the back. There's even a design on the back. Mattel did such a great job on this. So it's made from, I think, rubber. It definitely feels like rubber. It's very, very soft, and it's also metallic. It looks like gold to me in person. It's very cool. It's got kind of like that marbling effect. I don't know if you could see it there in the crown at the top. So it definitely looks like metal to me, like it's gold metal. Very cool. All right, so let's go ahead and transform this guy into his uncle. I'm going to start by removing the hat. Take a close look at the hat right there. We can see that there's the ball joint up there in the hat itself that goes up inside there. It's a barbell style, so we have a ball joint that goes into the top of the hat, and then we have a peg and a ball joint at the end. And then the socket at the top of the head, right, you can see it right there. You can actually have him without his hat. And taking off his head, I don't know if this is supposed to come out or not. I don't see any glue or anything in there, but I'm not sure it's supposed to come out because this has its own piece in there. I'm just going to snap it out right there, and you can see that is the socket right there. This whole black piece right here goes inside of Orko's head. It doesn't snap in, and there's no glue. Like, it just comes out really easy. And then I'm just going to remove his scarf here. The scarf is a very nice soft rubber, just like Uncle Montork's scarf. And this looks like it's cast in that periwinkle color. I don't see any paint on there. And then this is the ball joint. So the ball joint here is going to have a little bit of arcade joystick movement. You know what I mean? Like, you get a little bit. You can see it moving back and forth here. and then this way, just a tad, just enough, right? And we'll go into articulation closer here in a second. I'm going to put on his beard. Yeah, see, that's what I was afraid of. It doesn't cover the O, unfortunately. I'm going to put on his head. And then I'm going to replace the hat. And it seems like it's going to be a little bit tricky. I got to make that straight inside there. And there he is, my friends. Uncle Montork with Orko's gown on, essentially. You can't hide that O, unfortunately. And I was right. You can't really flip him around because he's got shoulder blades and stuff, and the way that this is curved right here. And the fact that his arms are like further into the back, like more natural, instead of on the dead center of the cross section here. So if I were to have an Uncle Montork on display or in toy photographs, you could just Photoshop that out. Easy, right? If you want them on display, you're going to have to paint that and probably put some sort of quick seal inside there to get rid of the seam, because that is 3D. You could actually see the oval is 3D. And then you'd have to paint over. That's a super bummer. From a design perspective, yeah, I'm going to give them a hit for that one. And also, it's kind of clunky getting the hat onto the other head and everything, but that's okay. Otherwise, I think this is really good. I think this is nice. I kind of wish that he had the paint on his eyes go all the way around the sides like they did in the cartoon. Kind of make it look more like glasses, right? And yeah, just the stupid oval there, man. It's kind of a bummer, but still, this is so much fun. And again, this is like a retail toy, right? So this is really cool. I'm very happy with it otherwise. So let's begin with articulation using Uncle Montork, because he's got that big beard, right? So the hat can spin all the way around, which kind of breaks the composure of the ears, you know. And the head itself, we saw, was on a ball joint, so that can move around also. Getting it to move is kind of easy. You just press down on the hat, put some pressure on there, and it turns. And you could turn them independently. Very easy. Very easy. You got that nice ball joint. You could put his hat in a lot of different quirky, weird positions and such. But you don't want to break the composure with his ears aligned with his eyes. So there's not much really you could do with it. Moving down to the shoulder, we spin 360 at the shoulder. And there's also a hinge. You could kind of see the hinge inside this. But it's a big one. And so he can move it up and down. We spin at the elbow because of the peg, and then we have a hinge at the elbow. Moving down to the wrist, both of his wrists have hinges in the palms. And they do come out. You could see the typical Masters of the Universe origin style peg right there for a wrist. So you could use these hands if you want to on another action figure from Origins if you'd like. And you can see there's only 3 fingers and 1 thumb on both sides, and nothing else articulates, just kind of like solid piece of plastic here for the body. Transforming him back into Orko, we can see that he does the same. So you get to spin at the hat, you get to spin at the head, and yeah, everything, it's like super loose, but at the same time, whenever you pose it, it doesn't really move around much, but it's really easy to pose. So yeah, I'm going to award them points for that. That's awesome. And, you know, obviously everything else is the same because the body's the same. The ears don't move or anything like that. And yeah, that's really just the extent of Orko. Here's what Orko looks like with his hero medallion on. I actually have it tucked under his scarf there. So it's like jutting up here in the front. But yeah, he just he's absolutely adorable, right? Look at this little guy. He's just so awesome. I love you, Orko. You are so cool. Oh my gosh. I feel like he's really here in the room with me, to be honest with you. That's how good Mattel did for like the sculpt and the paint. Like, I really feel like Orko's here with me right now. It's so cool. This is beautiful. All right, so next up, let's take a look at the Origins version of Orko, Masters of the Universe Heroic Court Magician. This is real beat up. I'm pretty sure I may have gotten this from Amazon, and this is the way that they ship stuff. Like, they make these packages fit their boxes, not the other way around. Unfortunately, that's really a thing with Amazon. This is an unpunched card, says Masters of the Universe, Orko, Heroic Magician. We have the huge, beautiful red burst right there that we saw in the 1980s. This looks really, really, really similar to that from the 1980s. Look at that Masters of the Universe logo right there in super high gloss. Look at that gloss. Beautiful, right? Over here says modern posing, retro play, and then we have Orko in this big, beautiful, crystal clear bubble. We have no cartoon collection sticker, obviously, but you could see the figure takes up a lot of that bubble, and then we have that purple magic right there with the glitter in it. And we have a comic book. Very cool. Down here at the bottom right says Mattel, and then there's nothing on the other side. Flipping over to the back, you can see this beautiful comic book style artwork of Orko splashing water on Beastman's head, and we can see Man-at-Arms in the background pretending like he's tough. Up here says Orko may have unpredictable magic powers, but his loyalty and pure heart are never in doubt. Down here, this wording is different. We have modernizing and celebrating the original 1980s Masters of the Universe action figures. And then there's a cross sale right here on the right. We have Orko, Trapjaw, Zodak, and Triclops. And this is like an older action figure, my friends. It does say 2024 on here, so I'm guessing that's when the fan favorite was re-released. But here on the left side, we have two action shots. Pose on flying stand for levitating action. And then down here, twist into powerful battle positions. That's really it. Here is the barcode in case you need it, though I'm not sure if this figure is still available or not. And then over here on the left says Mattel, empowering the next generation through play. Let's go ahead and get them out. Here's everything that was in the package. Take a look at this comic book. Oh, we do have some instructions also. I'm recording this in 4K as I mentioned, so you could pause this and read it at your leisure, though it's probably somewhere in high quality online by now. Very nice. See many faces. Here's the cross sale on the back, and that's it. This is called Double Trouble. Look at that. Absolutely awesome. Look how thin his arms are and his fingers. I love the comic representations of these characters. So much fun. Here are the instructions for the Origins version of Orko. So we can remove the head, it looks like, and the hands. And that's it. And that's for removing and swapping parts. Flipping over to the back, this shows how to assemble the stand. So we just place the arm, the larger part, at the bottom, at the base, into the purple glitter magic. Speaking of which, we'll take a look at that first. Wow, is this thing crazy retro looking. This reminds me of like Super Balls. Remember those super bouncy balls that you would get in a quarter machine in the 1980s? And some of them had that glitter in them. Yeah, I used to chew on those and eat those, so I'm probably going to be screwed up when I get older if I'm not screwed up now. Here is the stand. Right here, we put the larger part inside here, and I could kind of tell that this may not, this piece may not fit the cartoon collection version. Let's go ahead and give it a shot. You can see that they're drastically different, though it could just be the amount of plastic used. Nope, I was wrong. Fits perfectly. Holy cow. Wow, that is cool looking. Holy cow, that looks awesome. Okay, so that's a plus. That's awesome. Mattel truly thinks of compatibility every time they go to engineer a product. It's just, what confused me was, one is like an X shape. I'm guessing the diameter, if you were to make a circle around the X, matches that of this piece right here. But it has two articulating points here. We have this at the top, and then we have this one at the base. Kind of reminds me of the one that came with the Masterverse Netflix cartoon version of Orko. It's almost the same. I feel like it's got like the same magic effect. Finally, we have the action figure right here in the bubble, and I don't see any bands. No bands. So here is another Orko, my friends. Let's begin by taking a close look at the Origins version of Orko's details, my friends. Look at that face. Absolutely cute, right? So it's 3D in so many ways, like his pupils, his eyes, and his face, all has its own plane, essentially. It just looks really good. We have that same color of the scarf as we did with the original. It's like this nice periwinkle pinkish color, and the O on his shirt is a perfect circle, which again matches the original toy. That's awesome. This is a lot of like hollow plastic. This doesn't feel like it weighs anything, essentially. Taking a look at his hat, he has one seam at the top here, not two for segments. His ears look different, like the sculpt looks different. The hat shape is absolutely different. Take a look at that. His eyes are a different color. The one on the right the yellow has more green in it, so it looks a little more neon, and the yellow on the left here has a little more red in it, to be honest with you. So it's like a very warm yellow tone. And then his gown color is exactly the same in person. Like, to my eye, the color is exactly the same. The skin tone color is perfectly the same also. So he's really close to his cartoon collection version counterpart. Let's take a look at his articulation, my friends. So we can move at the head right here. I'm not sure if this... Yeah, this is one solid piece. His head is inside the hat as one solid piece. And then we have that ball joint here, and it has some joystick movement. Not very much, just like the other. The scarf is part of this plastic, though it feels like a different... It feels softer. Maybe it's glued on there. That would be my guess. But this is a barbell style joint. So you have a ball joint down into the, like where the collarbone area is, the base of the neck. Then you have a bar going up, and then you have a ball joint at the top. The socket in the bottom of the head pretty much matches that of the cartoon collection, though the cartoon collection you can see is more seamless. You know, it's like more rounded off. I like the cartoon collection version a little more, to be honest with you. And then, yeah, so this is the articulation that you get. He moves up and down, tilt like crazy. No back and forth, really, just due to that joystick movement being inhibited for some reason. And then moving down to the shoulders, we spin at the shoulders, just like the cartoon collection version. We have a hinge that moves in and out. Moving down to the elbow, we spin at the elbow, and then also has a hinge so we can move up and down. And then moving down to the wrist, you know, the hinge is in the palm for both hands, and it's on a peg. So we can see we could swap out the hands if we wanted to with the cartoon collection version. Here is the size difference to get a better understanding of the scale. The one on the top is from the Masters of the Universe Origins version, and the one on the bottom is the Origins Cartoon Collection version. Can you tell which hand is from the Origins? Action figure, I can. And here's what the Origins version of Orko looks like with a cartoon collection style hand. So you can see the scale is way different. Just the height alone, the diameter, just, it's odd. Like, it's very odd. The Origins version looks skinnier to me, if you look at it from the side profile, but in the front, it's much wider. So he's just kind of shaped weird in the, like, his gown. It's not his body, really. It's like his gown is shaped weird to me in the Origins version. And finally, placing him on his stand, here's the peg, and there is the peg hole right there. Snaps in with a nice, strong snap feel and sound. And yeah, you could display him. Wow, he just looks so good. Orko looks awesome. I've always loved Orko. As I said at the top of the video, the intro, like this, he's one of my favorite characters for so many reasons. This one's loose. Like, this, like, kind of loose as far as the way the joints are here for the stand itself. So he might not be able to, well, I take that back. Like, it's loose. It's easy to manipulate and move, but once you have it posed, it just stays that way. Ah, there we go. So if he were posed, like, leaning back a little bit, he might fall backwards, but that's okay. I'm going to be honest with you, I'm really digging this look with the cartoon collection Orko on this magic. That just looks awesome to me. So cool. Oh man, is that cool. Okay, so that is a 100% comparison there, and I can't pick a favorite, to be honest with you, because I loved the toy when I was a kid. It was so cool. I feel like it had some sort of zip, some sort of pull string zip function in it, maybe wheels on the bottom, but I haven't seen that toy since I was a kid. Probably haven't seen it since maybe 1990-ish, you know, so yeah, I don't remember that much about him. I just know that I loved him. Yeah, everything else kind of matches up. Even the orange of the hat in person looks exactly the same, so that is awesome. I think Mattel crushed it. I think this look right here is awesome. If you have one of these Origins versions of Orko, try to display him with this piece, because look at that magic. Like, look at that glitter. It's so beautiful. I can't keep my eyes off of it. It's so cool looking. So this has been the Toy Box Nostalgia unboxing and review and super duper close look at the absolute brand new 2025 Mattel He-Man and the Masters of the Universe Cartoon Collection version of Orko and his uncle Montork. Please drop a comment below letting me know what you think of this action figure. I am very thrilled that it exists, and with a little bit of design flaws, you know, aside, I think they did a fantastic job on this figure, especially the scale, the paint job, the sculpt, beautiful to me. Thank you so much for staying to the end, my friends. I hope that you enjoy the rest of your week, and remember, grab your camera and collect and shoot.